Oh, that's going to be on Reddit.
So,
here at the top right-hand corner.
Anyway,
go ahead. Take it
dude,
away, sir.
It's my turn. Don't steal this from me. You just stop talking for a while.
I've stolen the show. What are you talking
we'll get
about?
back to that later. All right, so in the top right part of the map, we have our green Terran player from the team FXO. I feel so immature right now. It is StarCraft, and the bottom right in the yellow. He won the last game with some cool build. It is CatZ.
Making me hard to decide between these two players now, as it is going to be StarCraft versus CatZ.
You're not helping.
As we're really, Josh, you had to flash back to camera. So,
yeah, that's great.
It's a good thing I can't see chat right now as well. I won't live down that soundbite on Reddit, though. That's going to go up. So, Paulo,
the truth comes out.
I love you. Freudian
slip there.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. So, will CatZ make 3 hatcheries before anything else? Probably not this time.
Yeah.
I think it's just going to be 1. That's the safest. That's the safest way to do things generally in ZVT,
especially on this map. I mean, it's. I mean, you have to go through the destructible rocks, or you're heading all the way over to the left-hand side, and that's no fun for anyone.
That's right. I'm just watching the game, man. Don't give me that look.
That's all right.
It's just the game. It's all about the game.
Yes. And the Benjamins?
Excuse me. Didn't hear what you said. I was coughing.
I said and the Benjamins?
That's
or just the game?
Not a lot of Benjamins. It's esports, man. But it is all about the game.
Yes.
We don't need Benjamins. We just love it. We love StarCraft 2. We love competitive video games. That's why we're here.
That is true.
That's right. So hatch first from CatZ, not surprising. What would be surprising is something other than hatch first. And we'll probably see that spawning pool go down on 17 supply here as well. Some Zerg players do like to go up to, about 8. Well, the crazy ones do it 18, but we have a lot of Zerg players go 16 hatch, 17 pool, or 15 hatch, 16 pool is a little bit more common. Sure. A little bit safer here, but on a larger map like this, I think 16, 17 is a perfectly fine way to do.
And it looks like StarCraft decided to go ahead and drop down command center first. Barracks coming up at that in front, so he wants to go ahead and start walling this off all the way across the middle. So actually 2 barracks going to be added very early on. We'll see how long it takes him to actually wall that off. Back on CatZ side of things, again, as you mentioned, 16 hatch, 17 pool, so things pretty normal at this point. It is CatZ playing, though, so I expect something very weird to happen at some point.
Yeah, it's kind of inevitable.
Yeah.
Inevitable, but that's what makes it so much fun. It will be some early Marine bunker pressure from StarCraft, it looks like, and he loves doing that in TVZ. It's like basically the most common opening of all time from him, I would say. Yeah, not that that's a drawback. It's very strong, but definitely something CatZ is going to need to worry about.
Yep, and we already have 2 posts on Reddit. I figured I'd throw out there as well. Poke Bunny posted it.
Dude,
Poke Bunny.
Dude,
really?
Don't even worry about it, man. We're commentating a game of StarCraft 2 here.
So
be professional.
Man. That's true.
All right. 3 barracks up really fast for StarCraft, actually. He's going to go for some really heavy Marine pressure early on. And this is great. This is awesome. I'm glad we're seeing a Terran player that's not going for the Hellion expand. We're seeing some adaptation from Terran players.
True.
It's cool.
And this is certainly a unique approach. This isn't something I've ever seen on this map specifically before, so I want to see how StarCraft is going to follow this up. That's the biggest question to me, because he is only on 1 gas now, so, I mean, it's become add-ons. I mean,
whoa! 3 very quick gas from CatZ.
That is the way the cookie crumbles. It's what he normally does, and I would expect to see a quick and faster follow-up to this if he decides to go to layer pretty quickly.
You know, making all those barracks at the front like that is just kind of putting a big sign on your base that says, Baneling bust me. So I wonder if we're maybe going to see something like that from CatZ. It's a possibility.
And StarCraft actually lifted off one of those barracks and moved to the back there.
It's a great idea.
Started a 4th one with his 2nd gas now. So huge amount of bio pressure going to happen at the beginning of this game.
Yep. It could also be just Roach, Baneling, Ling all in as well. But getting 3 gases so early certainly makes it look like CatZ wants to go for a bit of an all-in here. Whoa, that's a fast lair again from CatZ.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's I mean, if it's you ask me, it's probably going to be Infestors, although he
does love his Infestors.
Throw us for a loop. Yeah. Well, there's 4th gas coming up, and it could be Spire. Mutas are pretty good on this map as well, but against the amount of Marines.
Yeah, you wouldn't go Mutas against after seeing 3 barracks.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Crazy person to do that.
The amount of Marines that StarCraft already has out is pretty staggering.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't want to go mutas against this. The Zergling's going to be like, nope, let's not go mutas. Let's not go mutas. You know, now that I've said that, though, he'll probably go for mutas. But we'll see. No, there's a Baneling nest. Okay, so if you do a Roachling Baneling all into, a lot of times you'll want to get the lair for Baneling and Roach speed if you want it to be more of a high economy sort of early mid-game sort of thing. So we could still see something like that, but the fact that there is no Roach Warren up yet leads me to believe that your original guess was right and that it will probably be very quick infestors.
Let's see.
With upgrades too. Okay, so you know this may actually just be a heavy upgrade too, based on the
Spire.
I knew it. I knew it as soon as I said it. I'm like, he saw a bunch of barracks. He knows there's going to be a lot of Marines. There's no way he's going to go Spire, right? Well, no, he's going Spire, and this is going to be a mistake, actually. This is not going to be the unit composition that CatZ is really going to want to have.
No. This is, I mean, I've got to say, he doesn't really even have a lot out on the field right now. StarCraft's cleaning up a lot of creep tumors. Doesn't even have enough to hold back this push.
He teched so aggressively that he just doesn't really have a lot of Marines. He doesn't really have the ability to... well, I mean, he does have enough queens to fight this off here, but it is a bit of a risk to go like this. Everything that CatZ do tends to have a bit of a risk attached with it.
That's true.
As well, which makes him such a fun player to watch.
Oh, yeah, because if he pulls it off, it's magnificent.
Oh, yeah, exactly. StarCraft, though, doing the smart thing, going home, he's like, yeah, there's no reason for me to really try to push into with this. It's just too easy to get surrounded with some early Ling Baneling army. Just ask this guy. He knows.
Oh,
but you can't ask him anymore. But
no, that's
thanks for demonstrating.
He's pretty dead. So this one too, actually.
You know, I was about to, you know, when StarCraft was moving out, I was like, well, I guess if CatZ kills this army, that's going to really cut the Marine count, and then mutas are going to be fine. But as it is, I still feel like it's a bit of a risk to go for mutas. The nice thing, though, for CatZ is that he hit his Spire. He's playing this very smartly.
Oh, yeah, he is. I mean, that was a perfect position to put that. It's least likely to be scanned.
Yep.
You're either going to scan for your opponent's army up at the front, or you're going to scan way at the back to pick up tech. So that
the way he's doing it is going to make it so that Braddock is going to be unprepared, although he is putting up a couple turrets blindly anyway.
Yeah, let's see here.
Just kind of playing safe.
I just checked StarCraft's vision. He doesn't really have a visual indicator that this is going to be the case. I mean, he saw the initial gas that was going towards Zergling speed. I guess he did see 2 gas, so we knew that there was going to be higher tech. I take that back a little bit, but you know, considering the amount of Marines he has out, he has pure anti-air. I mean, his army is pure anti-air right now.
Yeah. And as you can see, he's just got plenty of Marines. CatZ, almost losing a muta there.
Yeah, one of them gets down to about 10 hit points.
Yeah.
And then finally does make its way away. StarCraft putting up a 3rd command center for now. There are a couple of additional missile turrets going up for StarCraft, but again, I mean, he'll get this command center stopped, but I don't think he's going to take all that much damage.
The real point of this is just to kind of keep StarCraft in his base. You know, we can see him going for the double upgrades behind all this, going for his Baneling speed as well. He just wants to get a big Ling Baneling force going. He's going to probably add an infestation pit on after this as well.
Sure.
And just kind of go into that later game. He's just kind of using these mutas to buy him time. It's one way you can play it. Don't know how well it's going to work in this particular case, but there's certainly nothing wrong with it.
And it looks like CatZ doesn't even care about this force that's making its way out on the map. He's just going to go around the side with a bunch of Banelings. The mutas have made their way back for now, but StarCraft is pushing with quite a few units.
StarCraft could actually get himself trapped here if CatZ decides to come around the outside, and that's exactly what I think he's going to plan to do, maybe.
Well, now then he finally heads right up the gut.
Yep, and at the very least, he might be able to cause StarCraft to lift.
Oh, well, StarCraft trying to split up his Marines. Incredible splitting, and these mulas are in danger of dying as well. Have to watch out. Oh, my God, they all went down. Yeah. It looks like CatZ was thinking about bringing his forces back, but now he's going to run around to the front. So StarCraft running back with those Marines. Those Banelings are going to have to waste themselves on a couple of supply depots, and they do.
Oh, the SCV is getting taken down here pretty quickly, but was it enough damage? You know, it was essentially his 3rd for StarCraft's natural, so that's not too bad. But StarCraft has this huge force of Marines here, and CatZ, I don't know if he quite has enough at home to defend against this drop. We'll see. We'll see. It's such a tenuous position for CatZ right now. He could hold it off, but it's going to be tough.
Yeah, there it goes. All right. Well, StarCraft going to clean up quite a few drones here. And what does CatZ have to defend? He's pulling back a few of his Banelings now. He does get a couple of hits, but he was targeting down the supply depot. That's why he took a couple additional hits there, and he is able to get it. And honestly, well, that one worked out pretty well.
Yeah, he killed the spawning pool, but you know what? Was it worth it? He just lost medevac. He lost a bunch of Marines. He can produce a bunch more Marines at home because CatZ didn't decide to go through the barracks. He went to through the supply depots instead to get more banelings in the base. But you know, where do we kind of go from here? StarCraft's in a position where he can take his third. Still got a strong army out. He doesn't really need to worry about mutas a whole lot. His medevac count is still pretty good. Meanwhile, his opponent can't produce Zerglings. He doesn't really have a lot of income to produce Mutalisks. It's a tough position right now for CatZ. Oh, and that doesn't help.
That makes it more tough.
Oh, man, that makes it really tough. In fact, StarCraft about doubling the supply of CatZ. Yeah, I mean, this is one of those times where you take a risk and it just doesn't pay off.
All right. Well, StarCraft going to try and roll his way down now, and there's a couple of bases coming up for CatZ at the moment, but honestly, to be able to get those established would be a very difficult task, especially given the fact that CatZ really hasn't been able to replenish his lost workers yet. He's had to focus too much on just making any sort of units that can defend. There's 55 Marines against just 4 mutas and 19 Zerglings at the moment. Yep. That alone is not going to be nearly enough to defend this.
No. Yeah, it's pretty rough right now for CatZ.
Yeah.
And StarCraft submarines just decided to take some hits.
Yeah, just walking around the side.
Like a boss. And
really
yeah,
care.
all the tech is going to get taken down. Does CatZ have enough to make an effective counterattack? Well, now that siege mode is done, it's going to be very difficult to make something like that work.
Yeah. And this hatchery is just about to fall. Another one was canceled down here at the bottom left, so StarCraft effectively taking out 2 bases there. He has his own third up and running up at the top. Here come the banelings trying to roll their way in. StarCraft picks up a lot of his units inside of the medevac, so doesn't lose too many Marines, and a siege tank to clean up the rest.
Yep, that's right. Oh, there's units coming from the top, though.
Yeah.
Will it be enough? Nope.
No, unfortunately not. And CatZ, unfortunately. There it is. GG. Well played. And FXO CIS takes out Complexity, sending them to the lower bracket right away in Team Arena.